control the group, and no one would retaliate against them. So we basically are at their mercy. And they had guns, so we wouldn't dare fight them. And we were so weak because there wasn't enough food to eat. So shortly after that, we were separated in different work camps. And my father, who didn't make it to the U.S., he was killed during this time. When they separated us, you couldn't, your mom and dad didn't stay together. The father usually goes off somewhere to work, and they work underwater, digging ditches or building roads for the soldiers to stand on. Basically, the soldiers want to stand and whip everyone that's not able to work. So they work underwater, they did everything. So shortly after that, my father came home, and I think he had some sort of fever. And at this point, we knew that the soldiers had killed all the doctors off, but they came to the camp and said, we're going to take your dad to a doctor. And we knew the doctor didn't exist. So when they brought him back, he basically was dead. So we don't know what they did to him, but I just remember being sad. But there was so much sadness in the jungle that you didn't know how to be. And I don't remember even shedding a tear during my father's little funeral that we had for him. It wasn't like a casket or anything that you put him in. You basically dug a little hole and put him in. But shortly after that, we were forced into different work camps. I was at this time about the age of 8, and I was separated from my brothers and sister. All the boys and girls were separated by age group. And the older you were, the further away you would go out in the jungle of Cambodia to work. And we basically carried fertilizer to the field, plant the rice field, we did ditches, we built roads for them to walk on as we're working the rice field, so that way if you're too slow they'll whip you, or they may threaten you, or they may shoot you. So basically, we did whatever they wanted us to, and during that time, we may have about 30 minutes out of the day where they tell us they're going to teach us. It's like school. But what they taught us was how to obey and how to live. They're saying, listen, obey, work hard, and you will live to see tomorrow. And then at other times, during that 30 minutes time period, they either take someone that disobeyed, they take them out to the field, and they beat them to a pulp. And then they'll drag them by a horse, just to show that they can do this. And this is what will happen to you if you didn't work and didn't listen, like these people didn't listen. So we were frightened. We would not do anything whatsoever that we're not supposed to do. So for 4 years, I was in the work camp, doing whatever they wanted me to do. But during the 4 years, my 2 brothers and my younger sister was with my mom. My mom was always working, so my sister Patty was taking care of the 2 boys that were still little babies. But because they didn't work, they didn't get any food. It's not like mom could save her food and give it to them, because they fed us just very little. So it wasn't enough to share. It was just enough for you to get enough energy to work for the next day. So you get fed maybe twice a day, and the soup that we eat is from the water that we just got from the ditch. So the water is brown, you boil some water, you throw a couple pieces of rice in there. The soldiers would actually eat the rice part. We basically just eat the broth part. So it's kind of like porridge, but with nothing in there. And if you're good, they give you a cube of salt to go with it. And that was the food. So needless to say, I had to learn